Yo, what is going on, guys? Jordy back with some more T3 stuff. We got some news today. We are getting a patch notes happening tomorrow on March 31st. We're going to go over everything that the patch notes has to offer, and I will leave this link down in the description if you want to check it out. It's over on TapTap, but we're going to go through it all. So I'm going to kind of be looking over at my recording screen just to make sure everything's in frame. But basically, it'll go live tomorrow, March 31st at 7 a.m. UTC. You guys can adjust that to your time zones, but I'd imagine you can Google search that and whatnot. But the normal maintenance time is 30 minutes whenever any sort of maintenance happens in the game. So for the first 30 minutes, all players that are online will be forced to log out. So just make sure you log out, you figure out what time it is, log out so you don't have any sort of weird interruptions or data loss or anything like that. But the big stuff, the big meat of all of this is the 3v3 mid-match hero swapping. So if you guys didn't see the arena news whenever they had their like anniversary video a couple of weeks ago, maybe like 2 weeks ago, they did actually showcase this, that we are going to be able to hero swap in 3v3. In any 3v3 game type, we'll be able to swap our heroes mid-match. I have my own kind of personal thoughts on the whole swapping during mid-match in 3v3, but it still is kind of a cool concept. Say you don't have a very good team comp and they pick something that you don't have a counter for. Well, now you'll be able to swap in the middle of the match in order to counter their counter, if that makes sense. So it's interesting they're bringing this to 3v3, and I might make a video on my thoughts about it all. I just kind of want to get my hands on it and kind of play with it a little before I actually dive deep into my thoughts on it. But it is good. It's a good change, I would say, just to be able to kind of have like that balanced team or whatever. So you'll be able to swap in match, during the match, mid match, to any hero you want. And here's how you do it. Basically, after you get killed, players will be able to select a different hero before their revive timer runs out. So you basically will have 6 seconds during your respawn timer when it shows like another, like one of your allies playing. You'll have that time to then swap to a new hero if you so choose to. And as far as the trophy settlement is concerned, the post-match trophy gain, it'll adjust depending on how many heroes you use in the game. So that's another part of this right here, the third part. So this is really cool. It's a very different sort of style. It's going to definitely change how 3v3 is played for sure. And I'm just, like I said, I'm excited to kind of test it all out, see how I feel about it, and I might give my actual opinions on it once I get my hands on it and try it out. There's going to be some new events. The Hero Challenge. Take on a series of challenges with different heroes and receive exclusive rewards. I'm not exactly sure what this is going to entail, but I'd imagine it's going to be some sort of specific challenges for specific heroes. You're going to probably get Battle Pass experience or something along the lines of that. I'm not exactly sure, but it is going to be a new event, so that's really cool. The players return. They went over this in the actual T3 Arena news, so like I said, make sure you check that out. You can kind of get like an actual I'll put a screenshot up on screen right now so you guys can get an idea as to what I'm talking about. But basically it's for returning players. So players who haven't visited T3 Arena for more than 30 days can get extra login rewards and tasks. Invite your friends to check out what's new. So basically, the people that left the game, well, now if they come back, if they haven't played for more than 30 days, they can get some sort of like extra help to kind of get them back into the game. So it's cool. I wish this was for everyone. It's kind of a little frustrating that it locks out the people that have been playing. But ultimately, it's not a whole lot of crazy resources or anything like that. So it's not a super big deal. And then the Ultimate Core Mission event is scheduled to be removed. So that's really interesting. If you guys have been playing over the past couple of months, you'll know what the Ultimate Core Mission is. But basically, it was an easy way to get like resources and stuff every week. You could use those resources to get passives, or I'm sorry, not passives, but second ultimates and stuff like that for a bunch of like the little medallion things that you were earning with that event. And it has been in the game for, like I said, a couple of months. So that is scheduled to go away. So if you do have any of those medallions or medals or whatever the currency is for that specific little task, make sure you spend them, get all either boxes or coins or whatever you're missing. Make sure you spend any of those now, as it does look like this is going to be removed from the game. So make sure you're spending those 100%. As far as some quality and life improvements, we have the daily first share reward. Collect additional rewards by sharing with friends, and this does reset daily. So I guess this is going to be like a new thing that's going to be there every single day, where if you do share any sort of like match progress or anything like that with your friends, you'll be able to get some additional rewards. So that's pretty cool. And the fact that it does reset daily, and it doesn't say that it's going to like leave the game. This is probably just a new thing that's going to be added to the game to help get extra resources kind of provided to you. So that's really cool. Matchmaking queues, players can now claim rewards, purchase items, and switch the in-game or the in-lobby hero while waiting in queue. I know that was a thing where you were kind of locked out of doing anything once you started queue. And if the queue times were long, you were kind of just sitting there not being able to do anything. So this is just kind of like a little quality of life thing where you can still kind of like switch your heroes around and do whatever you want in the main menu. So I guess that's cool while you're in queue. It's nothing crazy. We didn't really like necessarily need this, but it is kind of like a nice little quality of life thing to be able to do stuff while you're in queue. So cool. I'm down for it. The friends list bug. This was a huge thing. Basically, a bunch of people purged their friends list. The game basically read all of your friends at the same time and kept trying to update the progress of your friends like profiles. So if you had a ton of people on your friends list, it would actually cause your game to drop frames. So I'm glad that they fixed this. This was a pretty big issue. I know a ton of the creators just completely cleared their friends list out, including myself. I went from like 170 something friends down to like 60 friends. I just completely purged a bunch of friends on my friends list, which is annoying because you want to have those friends and be able to invite them to games and whatnot. So that's a really good change. I'm glad that they changed that. That way we can, you know, add back all those friends we purged and whatnot, and it still won't necessarily mess with our frames in game. So that's a really good change. Hero selection bug fixed an issue where players could repeatedly select the same hero. I saw this going around everywhere on not only Discord, but also on like Twitter. And I saw this going around on Reddit and stuff like that, where you could have like multiple Marks in game or multiple Johnny Jets or multiple Sindris. And it was a pretty big issue that was just like in the game, and that should not be a thing. So I'm glad that that's out. That's really good. That's right here. Oh, sorry. The hero selection, that's a little lower. And then various UI and sound design improvements. So that's pretty much all we got for this patch notes. I'm not 100% sure if this is just the mid-season update or if this is just the April update that they mentioned in the arena news, the most recent arena news. I did message Gordo. I asked him if there is going to be a difference, because normally with a mid-season update, we get a new hero and just more stuff happens and more changes happen. There's no hero changes in this at all. So that's going to be really interesting to see. Not exactly sure, but I guess I can update you guys if I do get any sort of confirmation from Gordo. But yeah, that's it. That's everything we got for this new patch notes that is going to go live tomorrow. So make sure you jump on, you spend all the things you need to spend, you get your accounts ready for a new update. And I'll talk to you guys next time. Thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, peace out, guys.